Welcome to Week 5 of Barrington Sports Monday Night Hockey. I'm Simon Mason, and on tonight's show we have highlights from the Women's Premier Division as Reading host Leicester and Holcombe play East Grinstead. Whilst in the Men's Premier Division, Wimbledon entertains Surbiton, and we have highlights from a top-of-the-table clash between Holcombe and Hampstead and Westminster. First, we head off to Sonning Lane for Leicester's visit to Reading. The home side were looking for their first points of the season against the Leicester side boasting the second tightest defence in the league. Let's join Charlie Broom for the best of the action.
Reading, ball forward is cut out, and here is Long, and Long has got past the last line of defence. Long into the circle. Can she open the scoring? Past the keeper. Oh no! Katie Long did everything apart from stick the ball in the back of the net. She easily got round the keeper Welch, but couldn't find the shot. What a let-off for Reading. Payne delivers it to that left-hand side again, where Briscoe plays it into the edge. There's no pace on that, but it's found its way through to Long, who drags the reverse stick shot wide. But look at the pace. There's nothing on it at all, but somehow it goes all the way through the Reading defence, and Long just can't get her shot on target. Leicester on the front foot again, are they? Yes, they are. Reading really struggling to get a foothold in this match. This is Evans. Ball into the circle. Here is Long once more, and this time she makes no mistake. Katie Long makes it 1-0, but in truth she could have had a hat-trick by now. And the leaky Reading defence concedes its first goal of the afternoon. Again, no real pace on this ball across. It bobbles in here. And Long, well, just guides it into the net. Here come Leicester again. Reading really struggling to contain the visitors right now. Here's Liz George. This is Van Berkel. Van Berkel. Oh dear, that's given the ball back to Leicester high up the park. Into the circle it goes. 1, 2, 3. Reading players have missed it. Out it comes. 2-0. Maddie Newlin, a minute after Leicester took the lead, doubles the advantage. And Reading at the back, I'm afraid, are at 6s and 7s. One miss there. 2 players go for the ball and miss it. And it pops out to Newland, who's all unmarked. And she makes it 2-0. Now here's a chance for Reading. They've got to try and get something here. Ball play back to the injector. Good save. Trying to find Marion Downer. And she got the shot on target. Jeffries makes a great save here. Back to the injector. Well, that's well worked, but credit the keeper. Another penalty corner for Reading. Good save by Jeffries, and Downer was in there again, trying to make life difficult for the keeper. She gets down smartly. Yeah, makes a good save with the right hand. And Reading find a way back into this match in this first half. Oh, that's a dreadful ball. And here's a chance for 3. And Long plays it across the circle to Payne, who can't put it in the goal. But Reading living ever so dangerously. That was never on. Never on with that many oppositions or opponents in front of you. But she gets away with it. Ball towards the head of the circle. Shot comes in. And wide of the mark just, but that's better from Reading. Snapshot, but Jeffries there again. Now, can they get this penalty corner to work? There's a change at the top of the circle. The ball's pretty slow across, but it's almost turned in on the far post by Georgina Bathurst. Very slow ball across on the switch. Shot comes in. It just bounces away from Bathurst. Here come Leicester once more, and Katie Long with a chance to try and get this ball across. Can she? She can. Into the centre it goes, and it's deflected in. What a good goal that is from Leicester. Liz George making it 3-0. A really, really well worked team goal. Lovely cross from Katie Long, who didn't give up on it. And good commitment at the near post. Here is Payne. And this should be the last throws of this match. Indeed it is. There is the final whistle. And Reading have yet another loss to their name. Leicester win by 3-0.
Now we'll go to Kent, as league leaders Holcombe entertained East Grinstead. Both sides were unbeaten going into this game, so a close encounter was certainly expected.
Early penalty corner for Holcombe, and it comes. And Bobs with a drag flick, which is well cleared by Waters in the EG goal. Here's sighter for Bobs. A good save by Waters. Ball forward is from Steph Elliott. And Holcombe have lost possession, or have they? Well, EG have won the free hit, which they've taken quickly, and Holcombe need to be careful here. Into the circle they come. Here comes a shot, follow-up shot. That's a difficult piece of skill, stuck over by Lucy Bennett. As they retreat, get the first touch, and Bennett tries the first time shot just wide. And it comes from this penalty corner, goes to Maguire. Maguire goes down the leg side, and that's a really good stop from Alice Pyrgos on the post. Let's have a look from behind the goal. Maguire beats the keeper, but she can't beat Pyrgos on the post. Penalty corner for East Grinstead, and it comes. And there's a movement at the top, and it's gone in. I think Leah Wilkinson was the player in red on the floor, but it's been credited to Zoe Burrell. 35 minutes in, let's have another look. It is Wilkinson on that left-hand post. It's played across. It rolls down Wilkinson's arm and into the net. Burrell in close attendance. Bobs tries to play it back in, looking for the penalty corner. Well cut out by Blunt, who plays it back up into the centre of the parks. And now here is Jones. Ball comes in, two EG players go for it. Oh dear. And well, play on. And here's a shot. Good save. Follow up. Another save. And just as it comes back to Watton, the whistle is blown. But here, two players, Brennan and Berner, go for it. Free hit taken by Steph Elliott. Just flicks it under her arm. Good save from the initial shot. There's the second save. And the whistle is blown. Here comes Bobs again down the Holcombe left to the goal line. Cross it comes. Here's Watton! Can't make connection. Really good opportunity for the home side, but they can't find the finishing touch with the keeper, well, seemingly beaten. Elliott just about keeps possession as they try and work it out, but now EG can come back. No, they can't, because Elliott again comes in. But that is that, the final whistle, and it is a good road win for East Grinstead. They inflict Holcombe's first defeat of the season. EG win it by 1-0.
Elsewhere, Surbiton defeated Canterbury by 3-0 thanks to strikes from Hunter, Martin and Middleton. Slough registered their first win on their return to the top flight as they got the better of Bowden Hightown in a 7-goal thriller. Clifton Robinsons suffered a home defeat to the University of Birmingham by 2-1. So, Surbiton take the top spot in the league, but it's extremely tight below them as the top four sides are split by just 4 points. Slough's victory means they jump out of the relegation playoff spot. Our first men's highlights come from Wimbledon as they hosted Surbiton. This is a match that always serves up plenty of goals, so let's rejoin Charlie Broom for all the action.
Creed fires it out that right hand side. Lovely ball from Creed to Wallace. And Wallace playing it back into Goodfield. Goodfield's still going. Here is Ansell, and there is the first goal. Liam Ansell, 10 minutes in, gives the visitors the lead. And what a lovely build-up it was too. A lovely ball from Creed to Wallace. Wallace plays it into Goodfield. Lovely skills from Goodfield, who pulls it back to Ansell, who's got a lot of work to do, but finds the back of the net. McIntyre. Oh, still going McIntyre all the way in and just misses the far post. Gordon McIntyre afforded far too much time and space from that free hit, and he almost brings the home side level. And it comes from Conlon. Mantell, 1-1. Simon Mantell levels things up before the half-hour mark. A sweetly struck penalty corner that just beats Gibson for pace. Good strike. McIntyre lays it in. Mantell slips it, and Sloane finds the same corner that Mantell did just a couple of minutes ago. Ian Sloane now gives Wimbledon the lead. You can see here Mantell shaping for the hit, slips it under his shoulder, and Sloane slots it between keeper and post. McIntyre out to this right-hand side. Rain really starting to fall. Here's a chance for ball, and he's put it just wide of the mark. Gibson came to meet him. As it deflects in here, it's missed by Marshall, and ball can't find the net. Patient build-up from Surbiton as they look to try and find a hole in this Wimbledon defence. Good pressure there from Tibble, and it's been turned over. McIntyre stepping in front of Barrington, and here goes Mantell. He's got Creed and also Prosser with company. Mantell makes it 3-1, and from attack to defence for Surbiton, they concede the third goal. Mantell on the breakaway does well to deal with the two Surbiton defenders, but just beats Gibson for pace. Sweetly struck, 3-1. Well, we thought the rain was falling heavily a moment ago. It's absolutely tipping it down now as Ansell tries to make something happen. Ansell still going. McIntyre, a free hit goes to Surbiton. It's going to be taken here. And that's lovely 3D skills. Oh no! James Bailey beaten through the legs by Dave Beckett, and Surbiton are right back in it. Quickly taken free hit from Beckett. Goes to the air with his 3D skills, but he should not be scoring from there, no matter how sweetly he strikes it. Barrington with the ball in. Good save, but the follow-up is put away. David Goodfield levels it up with 7 minutes to go. We've got a grandstand finish here. The first penalty corner was well saved by the keeper, but the rebound put away. Hoare just couldn't react fast enough. Here is Weir, still going. Henry Weir into the circle. Desperate defending by Johnny Gall. It's a long corner. McIntyre wants it. Can they find a winner here, Wimbledon? Back it comes, and there is the final whistle. And it ends 3-3, a thoroughly entertaining game. Wimbledon 3, Surbiton 3.
Next, we're back at Holcombe Park as unbeaten Hampstead and Westminster travel to face Holcombe upon their return to domestic action after their EHL adventure last week.
Is Alexander twisting and turning, trying to get the ball away, but he's turned possession over, and an opportunity here for Holcombe. This is Lewis, and it's been cut out, and Westminster will bring it away. Ball across the park. Oh, that's a terrible ball, straight into the path of Banderak, who makes it 1-0. What a dreadful error in the Hampstead and Westminster defence, but it's let Nicholas Banderak in, and he takes full advantage with a thunderous finish. This is a dreadful ball. How he didn't see Banderak in his red shirt, we'll never know, but that is a quality reverse stick finish. Here come Westminster down this right-hand flank. Head up. And opportunity here. Oh, they want the penalty corner. Holcombe, and play on was the call, and in the end, the save is by Pinner. Just there, did it come off the foot of French? Well, Pinner makes the save, and it's cleared by Stedman. Into the centre. And Westminster then back out to that right-hand side. Good defence from Holcombe, in particular Fox, but Westminster still have the ball. That's a delightful diagonal ball into the circle. What a finish that is from Michael Watt. Holcombe 1, Hampstead and Westminster 1, and that is a fantastic finish. But how about this for a ball into the circle, or onto the circle edge? But Watt beating Pinner above his left hand. Robinson does well to retain possession. Robinson up to Lane. Lane into the circle. Still going the skipper. Oh my word! Richard Lane, the Holcombe captain, restores his side's advantage with a wonderful solo goal. Had plenty to do when he received the ball from Robinson. He was a long way outside the 23, but carried it to the circle edge and finishes, well, through Kettle between his arms. Leicester and Westminster have lost it in their own half, and they could be in trouble here. Ward, oh, he's missed. He had two men unmarked outside and to his left. He chose to go for goal, and he didn't hit the target. Look there to the right of the screen, those two players in red unmarked. A shift at the top of the circle for the penalty corner, and it's a combination save between Pinner and his defender Middleton. Good double save by Pinner. Free hit taken to Robinson. Robinson still going. Robinson wants the free hit, but advantage is played, and Kettle makes the save off Sam Ward. More good work from Jonty Robinson. Wanted the free hit. The umpires did well to allow play to continue, and Kettle, I'm not sure how much of that he knew. So last play of the match, and the penalty corner is converted by Sam Ward, and that just confirms the outcome. The final whistle sounds, and Holcombe have beaten the league leaders by 3-1. With no keeper between the sticks, it's an easy finish for Sam Ward. Holcombe return to winning ways. Final score, Holcombe 3, Hampstead and Westminster 1.
The remaining results saw Beeston defeat Canterbury by 5-2, largely thanks to another hat-trick from Mark Leghorn, who continues a rich goal-scoring run. A Ben Boone treble gave Reading a 3-goal victory over Brooklands after the match was level at 1-1 going into the last 16 minutes. And East Grinstead came from behind to record a comfortable victory over Loughborough Students by 5-1. The Premier League table therefore looks like this. Beeston take top spot, and along with Wimbledon now the only remaining unbeaten sides, with just 6 points separating top spot from 7th. However, below that, 3 teams are already in danger of becoming adrift, as Brooklands Manchester University, Loughborough Students and Canterbury are still yet to record a point. Join us next week for more action in another Barrington Sports Monday Night Hockey. Subscribe now to make sure you don't miss out, and head over to galvanisehockey.com for even more video content.